CSGO Championship Series i Bukarest är förbi och det är till mångas förvåning TSM som står som vinnare efter en enastående insats i hela turneringen. Och vi har med oss en vinnare här, dupreeh. I just gotta say congratulations, and how are you feeling?
It's pretty. We're not really used to this, but it's fantastic right now. Like, it's finally come true. Like, we finally won the tournament, like a tournament, basically like an international tournament. So we're just super happy, and everything's really good. So, like, yeah, everything's perfect.
So we talked to Sipnix before the final, and he said you hadn't barely practiced at all before this tournament. And now, in retrospect, do you think that actually helped you, like Sipnix was joking about?
Well, somewhere probably. Like, I mean, I think if you play too much, we have been like at 4 or 5 wins in a row, and we were like, people got really fed up with like CS. You know, even though we love the game and we played so much, you still get a little fed up with it. And I thought that we didn't practice. We've only practiced like 2-3 hours max, like up to these events. So maybe people got that break they needed just to get the motivation back and actually feel, hey, I actually want to play this game now. It's not just something I have to do. So maybe I think it has. Like, we ran over some stuff, like figured out what we had to do, but then we just played. So we didn't do like super duper advanced stuff. But it's just so awesome to see that people stepped up and that we actually got over this joke thing, at least for once. So.
That whole motivation thing, did you actually feel that throughout the tournament? Well, that you were more motivated?
Yeah, I'd say so. Like, I think when we won against Fnatic, we know that we usually play pretty good against Fnatic, like the playing style wise. And when we won against them, I think people like kind of got their eyes open. Like, okay, we actually just have to beat NIP now to go in the final, and that's basically the first real step that we need to take. And then winning the final is just like a huge bonus for us. So I think that people, when we beat Fnatic the first time, people are like, we can actually do this, because doing it on LAN is something else doing it online. So yeah, I think so.
And it's been in the talks, you know, your choke barrier, and now that you've actually won a tournament, could you pinpoint what you did differently this tournament compared to the others?
I think it was pretty much based upon people's individual skill. I think people stepped up when they had to. I don't think there's basically anyone that fell completely through in the game. Like, no one underperformed. Like, on Dust 2, yeah, it wasn't that great on the terrorist side, but people actually stepped up on the CT side, and we kind of made a pretty decent comeback as counter-terrorist. But yeah, I just think people played really good individually. Carrigan made some brilliant calls on terrorist side, and then we worked together as a team, and people actually listened to when people had something to say. So, and we used the timeout thing that helped us a lot as well in some of the games. So it was just great to see that people stepped up, and Carrigan had some amazing calls also.
All right, so walk us through the grand final. The first map was Fnatic's pick, the Mirage, where you actually started off on a very bad foot, but you managed to bring it back. What was the mentality behind that?
Well, I mean, we know that we have been playing really bad on Mirage like for a long time, but now we have actually started playing pretty good on it. Like, we figured out what's good for us and what's bad for us, and well, getting off to a bad start is just something that we always do. I don't know why. I think we're behind. Like, well, we had some really close rounds. We shouldn't have lost the pistol round in first time, and the second round was really close as well. So we just got off from a really bad foot. It could have looked completely different. We were behind 7-1 before we started pulling rounds together as terrorists, and then I think we won like 15 in a row, almost. So people just stepped up when they had to, and Carrigan did some great job, and things just worked out for us. I mean, like, we just know that when we get the momentum going and we get like one round, we grab up a lot of rounds, and people get like, oh, we can do this. Like, everyone just steps up, and it just like it changes the entire team, like both in wise of communication and how people like act and how they aim and all this. There's so many things going.
All right, and the second map was Dust 2. That was your pick, and did you feel at that point you kind of had it had it in your pocket?
Well, we know that. I think to a certain point that Fnatic had learned a lot from the game when we beat them last time, because we used the long a lot. Like, we kept taking this as terrorist, but this time they figured out how to do it. They Molotoved it so we couldn't take it, and then double-naded it and stuff. Like, they really kept their defense really strong down there, and then we got completely clueless. And like, after we won a couple of rounds, we were like, oh damn, what should we do? And well, and then we just lost the pistol round as CT as well, and then it was just downhill from there until we actually started getting weapons, and then started to rev up some rounds. And then that's basically just it.
And then Overpass was the next one, which surprised a lot, many people, that you were so good at it, because that was probably the most safe bet on Fnatic, seeing as they're so good at that map. How much have you practiced the map, and how much did you know what Fnatic did?
Well, we had an idea what they did because we faced them online like a week ago in some Swedish tournament, and we did that. We had an idea how to handle it, and we started off as terrorists, and then like we just wrapped up the rounds we needed, and as we won the pistol on the CTM, we just closed everything down from there. Like we had a really good idea to what they were doing, and then like we just played. I mean, like we knew that we got the momentum going as well, and then we just wrapped up the rounds. Like that's all I can say. Like we didn't do anything specific counter strat for them or anything. We just played our game and just kept being focused and helping each other, and like we've done on all the other maps the entire tournament. So it was just great.
All right. And before this interview, you actually told me that I could kick you in the groin and you'd still be happy. Is this a highlight of your not only career but maybe in your life?
I'd say so, yeah. I mean, I think I've been trying to win like a tournament like this for like what 2.5 years at least, since we've been called Decontest with Fetish and stuff like that back then. So it's just awesome just to finally crack the nut. And like we've been having so many troubles, and we've been so close the last couple of events, like losing in the third map 16-14. So it's just perfect to be on top for once. So I'm just super happy. And yeah, but please don't kick me in the balls.
You're safe. But okay, so last but not least, the trophy, which actually cut you, but. Yeah, you can see it there. Well, where will it be? Who will take it?
We actually don't know yet. We're probably going to put it somewhere where we're going to go. I can't really tell more about that, but I mean, no one's going to take it right now. I think it's going to go home with us. I think it's going to probably stay with Kerrigan. I think Kerrigan on Cajun is probably the one that deserves it. I mean, like Cajun has been playing so good lately, like all the maps at Device as well, but Kerrigan has like, I think he's like, I will still give him the credit for being the one that has changed it, because he's the one that's like improved our team so much the last couple of months. So if I were to pick one that should be him, because he's the new guy on the team and he's the one that actually make us win something. So I think he deserves that one.
All right, well, congratulations once again, and thank you for the interview. Do you have anything you want to add?
Just a big shout out to TSM, and a lot of love to all of our sponsors for making this possible for us, and to our manager Casper, which is not here right now because he had to go home for work. Otherwise, just thanks for all of our supporters. It's super great that everyone wants to support this game and us, and that's just super happy, and I'm happy. Woohoo!